Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. I am Adri. I'm a dental hygienist that is absolutely obsessed with makeup. And yeah, we're doing this really fun orangey springtime kind of vibe look today. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, keep on watching. On the finale episode of James Charles Instant Influencer, he had this beautiful orangey kind of springy makeup look going on where he even like did some of his contour in orange, and it was so beautiful that I figured I would like to try to recreate something along the same lines of that. So I do have my James Charles palette down here. I have my Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette also, and they both have a lot of orangey, reddish, and yellow tones in it that I'm going to try to put all together and make a really, really beautiful look. So let's jump in. I'm going to start priming the lid with, of course, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. And I do have some fake nails on, so I'm not going to be using my fingers today as much as I normally do in my videos, just because I'm trying to keep my nails really nice and clean and hygienic. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my Morphe S4 concealer brush and blending out the concealer on the lids. What did you guys think about the James Charles Instant Influencer series? Have you watched it yet? Not to give like any spoilers, but Ashley's look in that last episode, whew, it was so pretty. I think I'm probably going to end up doing a video inspired by that challenge that they had to do. Jumping into the James Charles palette on just a regular flat brush from Sephora, I'm going to take the shade Canvas and just set the concealer with that. Starting with the Real Techniques multitasking brush, I'm going to go into the shade Cheese Dust. To get that shade a little bit brighter, I'm going to dip into the shade 518 from the James Charles palette. Using a Morphe 332 brush, I'm going to be going into the shade Flaming Hot from the Conspiracy palette. So using this brush, I'm just going to kind of blend it up at first, but I think I might actually end up packing this all over the lid. Kind of undecided. I'm going to take a Morphe M420 brush, which is that really nice little packing brush that I like for the outer corner. Now that I have that shade in the transition, I'm just going to pack this all on the outer corner of the eye. One thing to keep in mind with these eyeshadows, some of them are pressed pigments. So when it's a pressed pigment, you get really good color payoff, but technically they're not like eye safe because they can stain your lid. So it technically is safe to use them on the eye, but they deem them not eye safe because of the staining. So just keep that in mind when you're using these shadows. You might have some stain that happens after. I'm gonna do kind of like a color blocking effect. I'm just cleaning off my brush because I'm gonna end up using the same one. So now that that's nice and clean, I'm going to go into the shade Rested from the James Charles palette. And now I'm going to take the shade on the same brush, the M420, and go into the shade Food Videos from the Conspiracy palette and just pack that onto the inner corner here. So what do you guys think about the new Cremated palette? I am so excited for it to come out. I think it's like the most beautiful palette I've seen in a really long time, even though I absolutely love all of my palettes. I am such a neutral tone person. I know one of my instructors in hygiene school used to call them like sweet potato colors because they're like really earthy tones. And I just literally cannot wait for it to come out. I'm actually going to be doing my sister's makeup for her wedding, and I'm hoping that I get that palette in time for the wedding because I think it'll just make such a gorgeous look. So I'm going to go back in with 518 from the James Charles palette on my M200 brush. And just go back into the crease here to brighten that up some. Okay, so I really like where this eye is for right now. I am going to jump to the face and then I'll come back and finish the eyes. A quick trick that you could do, I know in my few past videos I've taped the corner of my eye to get a really sleek edge. The other things you can do before you start your face makeup, you can always take a makeup wipe and just use the edge of your nail with the makeup wipe and clean up the edge. Or if you have a beauty blender or any kind of a face sponge, you can take the edge of it as you're doing your foundation and stamp over those edges. So I'll show you how I do that. I don't have a whole lot of foundation on here, but just ever so carefully, I'll stamp right there. Here, I'm actually gonna grab a mirror that's closer so I can really see what I'm doing. You'll just take the edge and stamp, and I like to drag down and then stamp and stamp, just like that. You can see I already have such a cleaner edge on this eye than what I do on that one. All right, now that the face is complete, we're gonna finish the eyes. So I'm just going to take a flat definer brush. I'm gonna start with Flaming Hot from the Conspiracy palette, and I'm just gonna follow exactly what I did on the top of the lid. I'm just gonna do right on the lower lash line and then do a brow bone highlight, inner corner highlight, pop on some lashes, and it'll bring it all together. Because I want this to be a really bold look, I am just applying the shadow and then dragging it down just a tad bit so that I get a thicker line underneath my lower lash line. All right, to smoke out that line a little bit, I am just taking an M330 brush and I'm going to go into the shade 518 from the James Charles palette. And I'm just gonna go right under that color that we put there. Because we're not going very heavy-handed, it's gonna be such a light, slight transition on the lower lash line. So if it's not showing up on camera, don't worry, the color is there. You'll see the difference more so in person. Taking a flat brush, this is just a Sephora packing brush, going back into Food Videos from the Conspiracy palette, and then putting that right on this lower lash line towards the inner corner. Personally, I really like a bright, stark white, like inner corner and brow bone highlight, but because I do that a lot, I'm trying to do different things. So I'm actually going to use my Jeffree Star Supreme Frost highlighter in Wet Dreams, and I'm gonna do that on the inner corner and the brow bone to tie this together. Just using the Urban Decay generic brush that comes with their Naked palettes again, and I'm using the flat packer side of it, going right into that highlighter. See, it was just enough. Didn't need the stark white, needed something a little different. Using a Morphe 430 brush. This is just a nice little inner corner brush. I'm going to be taking that highlighter again. I'm going right here in the inner corner for a nice little shimmer. I have been using the Velour ones, then I switched and I was using some of the Kiss magnetic lashes, and from using both of them, I have found that I like the Velour lashes better, but I like the Kiss magnetic liner better. It's much easier to use, so I found some more of the lashes actually at Walgreens, so I'm gonna give these a try and see if I like them better than the other ones that I originally bought. Nothing wrong with the original ones that I bought. They were really comfortable to wear. However, they just weren't bringing that like drama factor that I would want for my lashes. So hopefully these will give me what I want. Just to show you literally how easy these go on, because I already have the magnetic liner on, I'm just holding the lash right here in my fingers and just sticks. And then you just go along the rest of your lash line. Literally just like that. And they're so pretty. Just to finish off the look, I'm gonna do my lips. So using my favorite lip combination at the moment, this is the NYX lip pencil in the shade Mahogany that I'm going to line with, mixed with Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lip in the shade Celebrity Skin. And just to put a little bit of a lighter color right in the middle to create that pout effect, I'm using a Maybelline lipstick in the shade Baddest Beige. Possibly, I haven't decided yet, but just to tie in the glitter that I have on the lids and the gold highlight, I do have this lip gloss by Lipsense, and it has some gold glitter flakes in it, so I might possibly use this. I'll see how I feel when the lip is done. All right, beauties, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys loved how it turned out. I am really surprised that I am loving this yellow shade on the inner corner. It's not something I would normally do, and having this channel is really starting to push me out of my comfort zone into an area that I actually really like playing with colorful makeup. So if you guys decide to recreate this look, please tag me on my Instagram. I will put that down in the description box below. And please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!